looking for some new decor, the first place to go shopping is in your own home. That is exactly what we're doing in today's video, and I'm going to show you how to do a DIY concrete look on this topiary as well as some little rabbits that I already had. This topiary tree is from Hobby Lobby from like 10 years ago, but I was recently in store and it is currently available with the same brown pot. And while this used to look and fit in with my home, it now needs a little bit of update, and I'm going to use these coffee grounds to do just that. The coffee grounds are going to add texture to your chalk or acrylic paint, and that is what is going to give it a more realistic concrete or cement look to it. And I just am pouring out a small portion here next to my coffee grounds. There's no real science to this. It depends on the look you want to create. Add more coffee grounds or less. And then I just kind of blend it in, and then I start lightly stroking horizontally across the pot. This is really a simple and easy, cost-effective way to upgrade your existing home decor and make it look high-end and modern. You can change the look around your home so simply with just a little bit of acrylic paint. You can see I'm just lightly stroking across the terracotta pot. The pot actually already has some texture to it, so that helps with the look. And I'm just using a real light hand, making sure I get plenty of the coffee grounds into the paint. About the color of the original pot showing through, because after this layer is dry, we're going to come back in and do a second layer. We're going to build our color to give it that depth and texture that you see in a natural concrete or stone vessel. Continue working your way around the pot, filling in all four sides, and then you're going to carefully peel back the greenery and then get the top of the vase as best as you can. It's not really visible, so you don't have to be meticulous with it, but you want to definitely try to keep it off the greenery. This is a technique you can use on anything around your home. It doesn't have to be for just this particular artificial topiary. It could be for any pot or vase, any decor that you have in your home that you want to transform. And you will see that as I take this little rabbit family and give it a concrete look as well. I'm going to make sure that it is nice and clean before I start. And while my topiary pot dries, we're going to work on the base layer of these rabbits, doing much the same thing, except I am using a little bit different paint. I'm using this lighter acrylic paint, but in the end I end up blending multiple colors together, so screenshot any of them here in case you want to go and get these exact colors. I got these at Joann's, which is a fabric and craft store. Once again, I'm just lightly brushing the paint mixed with the coffee grounds over the surface of the rabbit, and I'm trying to avoid the naturally occurring dark spots that were in the original finish because I want those to come through and give it an aged cement look when I'm done. I'm also avoiding the eye so that it still stands out and pops. I'm just going to work my way around this large rabbit. When he's done, I'll work on the 2 smaller rabbits and then let them dry really well before I start working on my second and third coats. While the rabbit family dries, we're going to move back over here to the pot of my topiary, and with this darker gray, we're going to start layering in to give it that concrete look that we set out to achieve. You can see the beautiful texture that ground coffee adds to the finish in the paint. I am now putting a little bit more here in these 2 colors of acrylic paint just to kind of give another layer of texture. I'm adding this on the paint that I previously used. It all blends together in the end. I am going to make light brush strokes, again horizontally across the pot, still leaving some of the brown showing through so that it looks aged and distressed. And this will not be such a solid coat, it will be more in spots and streaks so that it looks like the concrete finish has been worn and aged. There is no right or wrong way to do this. Just use your best eye. Put distressing where you think there would be more wear on the pot or vessel, whatever you're painting, and then just keep adding those layers and building up the color. In case you can't tell here, when I am picking up the paint onto my brush, I'm trying to get both colors on the brush at the same time, but not blending them. Like, I want the 2 distinct colors to show when I make the strokes so that they are blended on the pot and not on the mixing tray. So hopefully that makes sense. Draw me a comment and ask me any questions and I'm happy to clarify. Look at that texture, look at that color. The coffee grounds with the layers and layers of paint is what gives you this look. Now we're going back to my lightest chalk paint color, and I'm using this paper towel to just pick up a little bit of color. I'm even getting it off the lid so you don't need much, and then just dabbing it straight down, straight up. Don't smear it, don't smudge it, don't wipe it, but just blot it onto the surface. As it is with a lot of DIY projects, it's trial and error. I thought I could take this darkest gray and dab it on like I did with the lighter color, but it was transferring too much paint. So I then decided to just use my brush and lightly make brush strokes in the places that I wanted the darkest distressing, and this seemed to work much better. Now I'm doing this layer before I let the previous layers dry completely so that it would blend, and then I could tap it out and remove any excess paint. You're just gonna again work your way around your pot, your vessel, your decor like this, getting the look just the way you want it, adding that darkest distressing in just minimal places. And there we have a perfectly aged concrete pot on our faux topiary. It changes the entire look of this statement piece, and I just love it so much more. So with just a few dollars, I have transformed this piece into something that I can continue to enjoy for many more years. Back to our rabbit family, I have torn up squares of paper towel. This time I am going to dampen it and wring out any of the excess water from the paper towel. Using the paints that I used on the pot, we're going to dab into the paint and then dab the paper towel onto the surface of the rabbit. Again, you don't want to blend the colors on your paint palette. You want to pick them up in blotches so that when you dab onto the surface of your rabbit, it blends together there. And so it looks like it happened more naturally in nature than created here at your kitchen counter. You just want to keep picking up the paint and applying it in the same method all over the rabbits. I'm just showing you the large one here, but we do the entire family so that they match, and just blending. If you get it too heavy and dark in one area, go back in with a lighter color or vice versa. It really is foolproof. You can just repaint it and start over if you don't like the way it is in the first go around. I don't seal mine with any kind of varnish or sealer. I don't have little kids. These are not going to be high touch items, but if you think it's something that is going to be hands-on or possibly destroyed, then I would suggest either spraying them with a spray varnish, or you can also get in the same acrylic paint section a varnish there that brushes on and is waterproof. I am just so pleased with how this little rabbit family turned out. If you do not like the heavy texture of the ground coffee, then you can use black pepper, or you can also just put baking soda. You can use different things like that to get a different finish. If you want to see the full videos of how I style all these items, then I will have them linked down in the description box. Or you can check out my Decorate With Me playlist. I have used these items for spring this year. It just brings new life to these old home decor pieces. Go out there, give it a try, and make over and upcycle some of your pieces around your home. I always appreciate that thumbs up. Talk to me in the comments, and I absolutely would love for you to join my family here at Uniquely Lesa. Until I see you in the next video, I hope you have the most wonderful and blessed day, and I look forward to seeing you on here again real soon.